I like getting close up to my subjects to change the perspective and bring out their beauty. But sometimes I get a surprise. Normally, I'd be pretty happy with a wonderful macro shot like this one, but not this time. I saw dozens of these spotted little black and white critters on my grapevine and thought they were spiders. I got out the HX400V and Raynox 250 macro lens and fired off some shots. When I looked at the photos, I knew these bugs weren't spiders. A quick search on the internet told me they were invasive spotted lanternfly nymphs, dangerous to agriculture, and in this case to my grapevine. The internet told me to squash the critters, which were here without invitation from Asia. They were feeding on my grapevine. I don't like to squash things, but I left the computer, got my gloves on, and went outside again. I won't give any more details about what happened next. I consider every photographic perspective and point of view, from large to small, from close-ups to distant birds and animals, as well as landscapes, and shoot from every perspective and every point of view and every angle with every tool I have in the toolbox of the HX400V. That's why I use page 4 under the camera folder. I find the creative styles and picture effects there. I photograph up, down, to the right, to the left, close and far away, from a worm's eye view and behind me when I think of it. I try not to leave any perspective or point of view or scene type behind. This requires making changes on the fly and thinking about how I want the photograph or video to look, all on page 4. Here are your options under page 4, Creative Styles. First, there's Standard. You know that. Then comes Vivid. This makes things a little bit brighter for you. After that, you have Landscape. This is Landscape. Here's an interesting one coming up. This is Sunset, which warms things up. Then you have Black and White, which is useful. And then comes Sepia, making an old bridge look old again. The interesting thing is you can use Creative Style to be creative with video. Here we have Standard of the same bridge in video. It looks much the same as the photograph does. So here's a video of a stream in Standard, so you can get an idea of the different sorts of look that you can get from Standard. Now you can also use the next one, Vivid, here that is, and that will give you again a brighter look to your video. Again, we're going to show you a stream in Vivid, which gives out a lot more brightness and brings out the colors a lot more. The next one coming up is Landscape. Landscape is very similar to Standard, so there's not much more you can say about that. Again, we'll show you a stream here in Landscape to show you exactly what that looks and let you decide if you want to use that. Also, you have this interesting shot of the bridge in video with the sunset mode turned on. That gives you brightness again. And again, with the stream, you see how the stream is brightened up with the sunset chosen on it. We have Black and White. Black and White video is useful if you want to change, if you want an old-time look. And you can also use it to shoot the stream, as we did here. And you see what a difference that makes in your creative vision. Finally, we have the sepia coming up. And that's good for a picture like this bridge. That gives you a real old-time feel if you want to get creative that way with it. The sepia also works with the stream, as that gives you an old-time look again and allows you a lot of freedom in making your creative choices when using video. You're free to use picture effects in any way you choose for creative photos. Here are all 13 options you have. Toy camera. That's kind of cool. Pop color is what it says it is. It makes the color pop out. Posterization. This makes things look like a poster. Retro photo for a retro bridge. This is cool for an old bridge. Soft high key softens everything and lightens it. Partial color red. There are also other colors, yellow, green. High contrast mono really makes the black and white pop. Soft focus has a dreamy look to it. Low, medium, and high. HDR painting. The camera does this. Low, mid, and high. Rich tone mono makes black and white looks better. Miniature. This focuses somewhere. This is in the middle across. It also goes vertical. Watercolor, one of my favorites. Try using that, you'll get good results. And illustration, another one of my favorites. You'll get good results from that too. I hope you'll be happy to know that you can use picture effects for creative video too. You can't use all of the picture effects as you can for photos, but here are some you can use. Pop color. That gives you a lot of color for your video, and you can barely see things moving in this photo, but this is a video. Next up is posterization. Now this is a little more difficult. I don't know when you'd want to use that. Maybe if you're taking a video about a drug deal or something. Then there's retro. That has a nice look for video for an old-time bridge again. You can get a nice effect out of that. Then there's soft high key. That gives you the same effect as the photograph, and it softens things up. Gives it a dreamy look. And it's another option you can take. You can use partial colors too. Here's partial color red, but you can use green, blue, and yellow also, depending on what you want to emphasize. Then you have high contrast mono, which is similar to the photograph you can get, but it has a nice kind of crazy look to it. Your freedom to photograph and your options are as numerous as the flowers in the field. Even the sky can look different to you if you use the options on the Sony HX400V. Look at the changes in the sky. Flowers can stand out. Your best friend always looks the same, but you can change his look too. Then he becomes even cuter. Look for the perspective in anything, in every way, and then make a choice and make it look the way you want it to look. Look downstream for your photo. Then you might want to change it. A single subject, like Clover, is lovely enough in itself, but you can make a new type of portrait with the watercolor option. Lakes always look the same, but you can make it look a little different with your creativity in this camera. There's another look at a stream. You can use this look, or you can change it again and make the stream look lovely in another way. Look upstream too. You don't always have to look downstream. Make things look the way you want them to look.